Hey guys, welcome back. This is a recap of RuPaul's Drag Race, Two Queens, One Joke. Oh my gosh, after elimination of Malaysia, the girls, they're at it with each other. They are at it. Selena, she feels like, dang, these girls must look at me like I'm not competition. Like I'm not one of these girls that should be considered a concern. And what I like about Selena is that even though she's been having all these issues throughout the competition, she's not discouraged and she's here to put up a fight, okay? And of course, Sasha Colby, she got her third win. Even though she got her third win, Lucy is sitting there just sour and surprised and feeling like, wow, I should have been the one that won. And Lucy is like saying all these comments, making the girls, roll their eyes. They're like, not this again. But Lux will say what the other girls won't say. And Lux is like, nah, I should have been the one that won. And Lucy is like looking at her like, really? Really, really, really? Sasha, she is so humble. She could, let the girls know. She could have got up for the girls, did a little twirl, a little flip to let them know, like, no, she's the winner. But, Sasha, she let the girls fight. She's above it. She's more mature. So it's a new day in the workroom, and the girls are joking on each other. The usual. Oh, Marsha, she doesn't wear any makeup. Let's discuss about looks. This and that, this and that. But Rue, he comes onto the screen and we see Rue all glam. I'm like, okay, Rue. And then Rue makes it into the building and he announces the mini challenge. So the mini challenge is going to be a Harlem Vogue ball. What I love about RuPaul Drag Race is that we get creative titles for each of the scenes that we're covering. So I just love it and I'm so super, super excited because we're getting a dance competition, guys. So the girls got 15 minutes to get into quick drag and be prepared to do some voguing. So I'm like, yes, let's get into it. So the category is I am so into voguing right now and I'm ready to see what these girls are about to give. So first person up first is we have Lux. Lux, of course, she's gonna give us the yas flips. She gave us the yas flips. Lucy LaDuca, she gave us the fake flip. I'm like, okay, a fake flip into a cartwheel. Okay, cute. Man, Lucy used to be my favorite, guys. But Lucy is embarrassing me, okay? She's embarrassing me. Then Selena, she gave us the clumsy flips, which I thought was hilarious. Marsha, she gave us textbook flip. Maybe textbook from maybe elementary. No. Let's give it middle school textbook flip, okay? But Sasha Colby, oh my God, she gave fashion flip, but make it sexy. Throw some dollar bills at the end while you at it. She was giving check. And I felt like she should have won. I felt like she was robbed. We then get Mistress, and Mistress, she gave us slow motion flip. I just love how she let us ate it up. Like, ooh, she was giving that body slow motion flip. But then Anitra, she's known for her duck flip, but she did a little remix inspired by some of the girls, aka Sasha Colby, because Sasha Colby versus Anitra. Oh my God. And I felt like, oh my God, Rue ate all this up. But I felt like Sasha Colby should have been declared the winner, but Anitra is the winner. And I'm like, okay, we'll give it to Baby Detox. Anitra, she's the winner of the mini challenge. So, Rue, he tells the girls that they're doing a stand-up. It's a comedy stand-up. And the girls are going to do live stand-up. And how we're going to decide the pairings is pretty much based on who picks what flavor from the cooler. Okay, so the queens, they go one by one and they pick their flavor. Sasha, she gets mango. Marsha, I love mango too. I'm like, of course Sasha would. Marsha, she gets blackberry. Lucy LaDuca gets lime. And then ironically, Lux get live. And I'm like, ooh, the drama. These girls were just fighting earlier on. And, they were competing who's the number one. So this was going to be an interesting dynamic to watch, okay? Selena Estitis, she got cherry. Anitra, she got mango. I'm like, oh, okay. I like when Sasha and Anitra work together. They always give. I like that. Mistress, she got blackberry. So, since Selena was the only one to have cherry, she could either go solo or steal a partner. I'm like, oh, and the girls are looking like, ooh, because she could really be messy right now. Like, she could really either take this moment and shine and come from the bottom to the top, or she could strategically pick an alliance to pick someone to be her partner so that she could go on and know that she's safe in the competition, okay? So what is she gonna do? Here I am thinking she's gonna go solo. She's confident. She got this. But I feel like she did the right choice by stealing Mistress, because her and Mistress, they can work together, kiki together. And Mistress is funny, okay? Okay, like, can you imagine? Like, if you're gonna think you're gonna be number one being Mistress in comedy, ooh, girl. So she steals Mistress, and that leaves our poor Marsha working solo. I'm like, oh, Marsha. So, because Anitra won the mini challenge, Anitra gets to decide the order in which the girls do the stand-up. So our guest judge today is Ali Wong, comedy queen. So that's going to be exciting. And she's going to be helping the girls go through her material with our lovely Michelle Visage. Okay. So Anitra, she decides that Marsha is opening. And Marsha is okay with this because she'd rather go first than to sit in third, running through the lines in her head over and over again. So she's happy about that. Usually the girls don't want to go first. They try to, either go in the middle or close to the ends. Lux and Lucy LaDuca will go after Marsha. And then Sasha and Anitra, which is like the middle-ish end, which is the most ideal spot anybody want to be in. And then closing at the end is Mistress and Selena Estides. Okay? Of course, Mistress wants to know what was the process in deciding the order. But Anitra, she did not budge. She kept her cards close to her heart and says that she ain't got to tell anybody. Mind your business. So, Mistress, she actually would have preferred to go in the middle. But no, she's at the end with Selena Estites, okay? And they just got to deal with it. So the girls are in their groups and they're going through their material. So we get a little insight of Lux and Lucy, and they're working together. And Lux, she said that she actually has never done stand-up. Ooh-wee, this is going to be her first, and let's hope she does well. And, their plan is that they're going to roast each other, which is a good strategy. It should be easy for them because, they naturally go at it for free. So this time is going to be for a performance on the Rupaul's drag stage, okay? So next we have Marsha, and she's just talking to herself. And the girls are like, are you really talking to yourself? And she's like, I have to. And it's like, oh, poor baby. I felt like she was scared, Ay. But she can do it. She's a theater kid, so she's going to be comfortable on the stage. She's going to be able to do something, okay? Don't worry. Next, we have Sasha and Anitra. And, Sasha, she's already into the mode. She's game planning, and she's trying to work with Anitra. But Anitra is going through a migraine. And she actually had to pause to go take some medicine. And I'm like, ooh. We then get to see rehearsal with Michelle and Ali Wong, okay? So Marsha, she went up first for her rehearsal, and I thought she did okay, but the delivery, though, it needed some work. For some of the jokes, it was kind of flat, and I'm like, not like her makeup, though. But, Ali Wong, she was there to give some help and support to how she could improve. So, let's be hopeful and let's look and see, you know. Lux and Lucy LaDuca, when it was their turn, Lucy, you know, she said, oh, I do a lot of stand-up. I'm like, girl, when you say that, they're gonna have higher expectations for you. You gotta shine and be the star now, okay? Hold that to yourself. You don't always have to be such a confident queen. But Lucy, you know, it was interesting enough during the rehearsal. Lucy, she snuck in some jokes, and Lux is like, we did not rehearse that. That joke is not approved. And I'm like, okay, Lucy, she's here to win. I mean, Lux, you better step it up, because on the stage, you don't want to get, you know, shock without like when you hear a joke that you weren't prepared to hear. You don't know, because sometimes when you perform, some things just, you know, are unplanned, but they land, you know. So we then get Selena and Mistress. And I feel like Mistress is such a natural that, you know, I'm not really that concerned with her. But Selena, I'm just hoping she get this together. She was like on and on and on, and we're like, where's the joke? Okay, we're waiting for that punchline. So, oof, that's a group that we got to keep our eye on. The last group is Sasha and Anitra. And, you know, Sasha, she had good direction going through rehearsal. Anitra, when she was trying to share her headache jokes, I felt like, yeah, that needed to be scrapped. Let's take this in another direction, because I don't think it's gonna work, okay? So my favorite, we get to glam day and the girls are getting ready, okay? So Lux and Lucy, they are super, super, super confident. As always, these two, okay? I'm like, damn, that's a group that, you know, they show no cracks. But when it comes to Marsha, you see Marsha, she's shaking her little boots. She is nervous, guys. She is nervous. And then that leaves the other girls to eat her up. They smell blood in the water. And I'm like, these other girls are not helping, particularly Lux. Lux is like, you know, what sucks being in a solo group is that if you fail, you don't have anyone else to help you out. And you see Marsha is like, oh, like, oh my God. And, you know, Sasha, she sees the shade. She sees the, you know, the girls trying to go out at it towards Marsha. And I'm like, We do get a little story from Mistress, learning about pretty much the cutoff in the relationship between him and his mother. And pretty much the situation was that, you know, he always made opportunities for his mother to come back into his life. In one scenario, for example, which was the final scenario where he allowed an opportunity for her to come back into his life, was after in a drag show, he injured his ankle and had to go to the hospital. And in the hospital, he called his mother and told mother, bring me this and this. I'm at the hospital. I rolled my ankle. She showed up and he was in drag. And, you know, I guess like she instead of being supportive and caring for her son, who's in the lowest moment right now in the hospital, she was so critical of what he was wearing, what he was doing, that this was the last straw for Mistress. And that was Mistress' final cutoff completely from his mother. Until this day, he has not spoken to her, which is sad and unfortunate for her because she's missing out on her baby shining on the main stage. Okay, so next we get Rue Baby coming down on the main stage serving blonde bombshell look. Okay, so first, Rue let us know that we're gonna get a comedy show first. Then it's the runway, and the category for the runway is rip her to shreds. I'm like, yes. So, in the comedy show, Marsha, she comes out, and you know, her jokes about her makeup, I thought, okay, that was a clever idea, because every girl want to clown on Marsha. Let Marsha clown on herself, and I thought it was actually pretty cute. I liked it. For Lux and Marsha, a portion of the show, I thought Lux was okay. I thought she was giving, and Lucy was all right. I felt like, I wanted to see more, because honestly, I felt like Lucy LaDuca, she was like saying, oh, I do comedy. Like, this is not my first rodeo. And Lux, I thought for her, it being her first time, she did a pretty good job. So it was solid. It was good. Anitra and Sasha at first. Anitra, and the voices, I loved it. I ate it up. I love anything that reminds me of Jim Carrey and Robert Williams. I ate it up. And Sasha, she was landing for me, okay? She was landing for me, okay? But then why at the end we kind of see them like kind of dying. That ganja was way too strong. Okay. So I'm like, okay, Sasha's still trying to save it, trying to breathe air into that. But oh my god, that was hard to watch at the end. But I thought the beginning was killing it. Okay, you couldn't tell me no different. For me, it was killing it. Then for Selena and Mistress, I felt like Mama's committed to the whole situation. I actually liked it. And I felt like the other girls are haters. I felt like out of all the groups, I felt like Selena and Mistress killed that, Given the material for the other girls, I feel like Selena and Mistress, they took us on a journey. I feel like I was on a journey with them. So I actually did enjoy their comedy portion. And off to the runway we go. So remember, runway is category Rip Her to Shreds. We get Marsha, and she comes out, and I'm like, it's okay. So I gave it a 7.9. I thought her look last week was much higher for me. It was better. Even though looking back, it wasn't completely the same style of Beyonce look, but I was so impressed with the color and the outfit on her that I was just so happy for her. Okay. For Lucy LaDuca, I gave her an 8.3. The commitment was amazing. But for me, it wasn't my favorite. And, it was okay. I felt like it was costumey. I felt like I don't like costumey too much. I want to see, like, it's called runway. It's not like costume. Like, come on. Like, make it, okay, even if it was, like, giving, like, a theme, like a costume, elevate it into fashion. I think that's what I like to see, okay? For Lux, I gave her a 9.9. It was inspired by Rupaul, and I just thought she is so smart. Obviously, we saw a whole her runway walk was longer than the other girls because we got to see the homage to RuPaul, and I love it. And RuPaul, you see the smile on RuPaul's face. Ru was so happy. Girl, you know you safe. Girl, you know you safe. You ate that, okay? For Sasha, when she came out, I'm going to give her a 10. I was like, yes, mama. I love her. I love what she gives. And I just love her in every moment. I'm like, she can't do me no wrong. It's just a comedy show, girl. I'm scared for you. I'm real scared. Anitra, I gave her a 10. That girl was, you see, that could have been costume, but she elevated into fashion. The material, the style, the servation of it all, like, the girls will be copying this look. Definitely, for sure. This cat suit, how to renovate a whole cat suit like that. I loved it. I loved it for sure. For Selena, I gave her a 10 for the story behind it, and that is all I'm going to say. Moving on. Mistress, I gave her a 9.8. I love the references, the concept, and the whole presentation of it. I feel like Mistress, she knows how to serve a runway, okay? And make it fashion. So, on to the judges' critiques. So, all the girls are getting critiques this week, so we all gonna know where we stand, okay? And where we fall, okay? So, first girl up is Marsha. So, with her comedy, they felt like she landed some laughs, but it still wasn't funny enough, okay? But they loved the runway, but they felt like Lucy already did it, and that she should have been more reinvented and be more strategic than just presenting the same similar concept to the runway. Which sucks, okay? That really sucks. I'm pretty sure Lucy LaDuca was probably happy to hear that too. It's like, oh, Lucy LaDuca did it first. I'm pretty sure she's going to make a comment about it, but she said she did it first, okay? For Lucy LaDuca, The stage presence was strong, and the white jokes were funny, and that the runway look was very different for Lucy, and it was so good. For me, I felt different, but it's okay. For Lux, they felt like she was funny, she was loud, and the timing was actually really good. And for her look, they loved her look, so she thought it, since it is, oh my god, they love that it paid homage for Rue. And Rue got so emotional, and he felt, you could tell he was super proud of this moment. It's like, how better can it be to be on a show like RuPaul Drag Race and you make Rue feel emotional when you remind him of his younger self? Like, wow, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. I almost about to cry a little bit. For Sasha Colby, you know, when they talk about your fashion first, you know, you didn't ape in the performance, okay? They said her fashion, they loved her look. You know, they know she's going to eat, but they felt like she let them down because there was a lot of lulls. Even though there were some good jokes, but there was a lot of lulls. And I'm like, oh, Colby, don't take this too personally. I hope not. I was so concerned with her feedback because I'm like, we're going to get a sledge in the lipstick. Like, that's not going to be fair. Okay? Anitra, she gave body, okay? She gave body. But in the comedy, she was lost, scared, and she needs to be more confident, which doesn't make sense because she's not the girl to lack confidence, okay? So this was just not her night, guys. And that happens, and that's normal, okay? And then for Selena, they said that she was her execution was funny and she was good. But for her fashion, they said that they liked the story. They like the story, okay? I like the story too. I feel like that's respect. And, you know, they just gave her some good feedback where they said that the long material that she used to cover, if she could have made that more into a fashion piece and the focus, that would have been way better. But I like the story behind what she was wearing. So that's why I'm not rating this look, because, you know, the concept is there. What she wanted is, I know it's there, and, you know, she has a lot of heart. So for Selena, I really do love your story behind your look. For Mistress, her look was stunning, and she bounced off well with Selena. So we get to hear where the girls fall and where they land, okay? Selena and Mistress were safe. Lucy LaDuca and Lux Noir London are our winners. And then next is, like, when we see the three, I'm like shaking. But I'm happy to hear that Sasha Colby, she's safe. I was like, oh my God. Because I really thought, honestly, it would be Sasha Colby and Anitra. Especially when Michelle Visage said in rehearsal that if your partner doesn't do well, that you could be in the bottom two. I'm like, ooh. So pretty much, Sasha Colby, she's safe. And Marsha and Anitra are up for elimination. And I got so scared because, you know, Anitra, she gonna dance, okay? If one thing she's gonna do, she's gonna dance, okay? So the lip sync is gonna be Marsha versus Anitra, and they're gonna lip sync Doja Cat Boss B. And I'm like, girl, this is a song for Anitra to eat up Little Miss Marsha, okay? But to my surprise, Marsha, she put up a really good fight. She bent over, twisted, and crawled on the stage. But then Anitra, she just hopped over like a free willy. And I'm like, oh my God, this lip sync is the best this whole season. Because it was flip. There was a response to that flip, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this should be a double save. Like, I wouldn't be mad. I felt like Marsha, this is her best performance she has done, and I felt like, if anything, this is deserving of a double save. Are we gonna have a double save this season? And so RuPaul, of course, is gonna say, Anitra, you get to stay. And then he goes over to Marsha. And I'm thinking, okay, he's going to say to Marsha, you're safe too. He's going to build up to that moment. I feel like it would be right to say, because I felt like she actually did good in this lip sync. And she wasn't that bad. She wasn't that bad in the comedy show. And her fashion was okay too. Even though Lucy LaDuca already did it first. But we find and we learn that she's actually not safe. And she has to go home. And I'm like, dang, I was really rooting for you. Like, I felt like she was one that I didn't suspect to do as good as she did, because she would let me down in the beginning of this whole journey. But I really came to really root for Marsha. And I'm a Marsha fan. I'm a Marsha. And so, the girls, they leave and we get to see a sneak peek of next week's episode. And the girls are doing like a rusical, I feel like. It's going to be about Wig Loose. So I'm excited for that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. Please like, share, and subscribe. I know you guys love RuPaul Drag Race, so why not watch the recap? Okay, I'm here to cover it. So I hope you guys enjoy this recap. Take care and have a great, safe weekend. And don't forget, spread as much kindness as possible, because this world needs a little bit of love, okay? And here's where we break into RuPaul Drag Race music. But I'm not trying to get copyrighted. So let's go. Bye, guys.